Okay, my beautiful friends, we have to talk seriously. It is Wednesday, November 13, 2019. Let me start off with this. Over the past few weeks, I've explained to you that this market needs to burn some off. There is no way, in my view, that this stock market can justify its current multiples. In the history of the world, again, we have never been in a bigger stock market bubble than we are in now. And every effort imaginable and things we can't even believe are going on right now just to keep the stock market inflated. This is a deliberate act, quite obviously. And it's the same scenario we see over and over and over again. The same language, the same rhetoric from the mainstream financial channels, from the politicians, until this all just disappears into oblivion. Now, I'm not saying here that this market is going to collapse or crash tomorrow. But it looks to me right now that this stock market is poised to fall. Now again, let's keep this in mind. We have hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars being pushed into the debt market right now, and the Federal Reserve is buying stocks. There is no doubt about it. Mnuchin 6 banks are buying stocks. That's keeping this market higher. But if we had a real market, first of all, we would be nowhere near where we are right now. The big, fat, ugly bubble, you remember that? Candidate Trump, he was 100% right. When he was a candidate for presidency, he explained the stock market was a big, fat, ugly bubble then. So what do we have now? Again, going back to what I just said, the biggest stock market bubble in the history of the world. That's where we are right now. And without an increasing effort to keep it propped up, it's going to fall. And this is why I've been explaining to you that with regard to the Fed, we haven't seen anything yet with regard to them pumping hundreds of billions into the market, faking the entire yield curve. They are buying every aspect of the curve right now to keep it normal appearing, so cash will flow into the equity markets or the stock market. Again, it's a deliberate act. It's a mechanism to keep the illusion real. Cash is coming out of other assets to make its way into the risk-on trade. It's that simple. It's that simple. Gold and silver right now are catching a little bit of a bid. Cryptos are flat. But again, with regard to this spectrum of cryptocurrencies and precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, all of them, they're not real. There's no price discovery mechanism whatsoever in this rigged market. And that's just the way it's going to go. But again, what does this do? This presents us opportunity. I can't stress this enough. So look, just right now, stock futures are pointing towards a lower open. Now, the market needs to give back, and I mean a significant amount. And then they're going to prop it right back up. Again, this is a managed market and a managed propaganda economy for which we have not had one single round of good economic news in probably the last few years, not one. Anything that they're trying to tell you, fist feed you, the mainstream channels with regard to the unemployment numbers are fake. And I proved this to you yesterday when I showed you that there are less people in the workforce, or fewer people in the workforce today than during the financial crisis. Most of you were shocked to find that out. Yesterday, I explained this to you in my video, and I put a link to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which proves to you there are less people in the workforce today than during the financial crisis. But you're not supposed to know that. The booming economy narrative must be maintained to keep the dodos outside my window, you know, dumbed down, believing everything is great, just like the top of every bubble. So look, anything can happen in this market, and I don't give a damn where it goes as a trader. It can go up today or down today, and I will make money more than likely by the end of the day. I trade the market in front of me. I don't think about what might even happen tomorrow. I am an intraday trader now. That's all I do. All I am explaining to you is This stock market bubble is absolutely out of this world at this point. And when this corrects to fair value, and it will, it's going to devastate people on a grand scale. Just a couple of other things I want to cover. Just if you remember the narrative last month and the month before that and the month before that and the month before that, there's no inflation. Well, we just found out that inflation did creep up higher than expected last month. But again, they're going to cover up that narrative. You're going to hear the lie be pushed that there is no inflation because dollar intervention is the next step. Speaking about the dollar, Russia is now going to be lightening up on their dollar reserves and taking up other currencies. This is dollar negative as well. Again, look, the irresponsibility, and this is not the fault of the current administration. This has been going on for decades. The irresponsibility of the administrations over the past long decades right now is going to push countries and investors out of the dollar at one point. And the dollar eventually will lose its reserve status. It's just a matter of time. Right now it's the knee-jerk reaction. But what that will mean for you as an American citizen is your lifestyle is going to change in a big way. But again, before that happens, we'll see more wars, more death. Again, the entire Vietnam War was fought to establish the petrodollar system. If we lose the petrodollar system, which vaulted the dollar into world reserve status, the ramifications of that are going to be incredible, truly. All right, with that said, people, I love all of you. Please share the video. Watch this market. See you later.